Thousands of people who need support at home face an increased risk of poor care because of the low fees paid by councils and the NHS. That's according to the Homecare Association, which represents providers. Research suggests that only 1 in 20 UK public authorities pays enough to fund the minimum wage and other essential costs. The government says the sector is receiving £8 billion of extra funding over 2 years. Here's our social affairs editor, Alison Holt.
Lani and Sarah are part of a team that cares for 82-year-old Anne in her home.
Morning, Anne.
She has advanced Alzheimer's. Her needs are constant and complex. The NHS pays the care company £24 an hour for this vital support, but today's report says most public bodies pay much less, making it hard to keep staff and risking poor care.
I think pay is a huge factor because we're asking so much of people for such a low amount of money.
I think they need to maybe even come out and just see what we do and the extent we go to.
The Homecare Association, which represents UK home care providers, calculates that the fee for an hour of home support should be at least £25.95. That covers the minimum wage, general staffing and business costs, and £1 for reinvestment or profit. Its research found the average actually paid by the NHS and councils was £21.56. One London council paid the lowest rate at just over £16. But councils and the NHS are under severe financial pressure, having to cut services when demand for social care is growing. It means getting decisions right for people like Anne is difficult. She was a nurse, midwife and teacher. Her son lives 2 hours away, and without help, Ian, her husband of more than 50 years, wouldn't cope. When her care is reviewed, they know cost is a factor.
Dad is completely comfortable with the team that come and visit here. If that were to change, I think it would be a huge impact. And worse still, if the decision was made that Mum were to go into a care home, because that was could be a cost saving. I think it would be horrendous for you.
Disaster. Couldn't bear it. No.
And to ensure families do get the help they need, councils and care providers are calling for more funding. The government says it is providing billions of pounds of additional money to support staff and the wider care sector. Alison Holt, BBC News.